What's going on, guys? T Blake here, and this is probably a video about something that a lot of you guys deal with, which is when is it time to move on with something? When is it time to sell something? I'm not talking about a relationship moving on. When is it time to move on with some of your sneakers and clothing? Always had a hard time with this. It went from 100 sneakers down to 30 sneakers. Now I'm back up to 50 or whatever it is, and it's so difficult for me to move on. And I noticed recently, as someone that usually doesn't have a lot of clothing, doesn't spend a lot of money on clothing, I started getting a lot of clothing to start piling up. So this is just something very simple I do with both my sneakers and my clothing to figure out what I'm actually wearing, what I'm enjoying, and those things that I like aesthetically that I'm actually not wearing. So this is a quick tip that you guys can do at home and help you kind of make some decisions as to whether or not it's ready to move on, donate or sell or exchange some of the clothing. So with these sneakers, the sneakers that I have out on the shelves are the sneakers that I wear most often. The ones that are inside boxes are the ones that I don't wear often. Now, as I wear them, I take one out and I put it back on the bottom. So that means that I've worn it. The sneakers that are close to the top are ones that I haven't worn very often. Now with this Jordans, I made a video about selling my Jordan collection. Even though a lot of these I don't wear too often, they're ones I've decided I don't want to sell. But for some of the other shoes, like for instance, I really love these Visvim. They've still been at the top for a long time. I haven't really worn them too much. Same with the Adidas Stan Smith. Might be time to sell them or exchange them. So that's pretty easy with sneakers. The trend anyway right now is most people don't have that many sneakers left in their collection, so that's probably not something you're feeling too overwhelmed with. But with clothing, it definitely piles up. So here's what you can do. So right now I have everything set up as if it was a fresh start. So when you start, get all your clothing lined up correctly and with all the hangers facing the same way. When you wear something, so say I want to wear this Concepts Arc'teryx jacket, take it off, put it back. When you put it back, hang it the opposite way. Or vice versa, right? You could have them all starting out this way if you wanted, whatever works for you. Maybe you want your logos on the outside, whatever it is. But after you wear it, you turn it the opposite way. After a couple months, you'll be able to visually see what you've worn versus what you haven't, and then can make some decisions on it. So for that reason, hi Sophie, we have 3 John Elliott hoodies that I liked, I wore a lot, but this past year I've only worn them once time. They haven't gotten turned back around, so I'm time to move on and sell them. So just something very simple you can do both with your sneakers and clothing to visually see what you are and aren't wearing, and make some decisions about what you actually need. A lot of times, especially if you're into sneakers and clothing, you make a lot of impulse buys. I know I do, and this is a good way to kind of check and measure that, whether or not that thing that you needed or had to have at that moment was actually something that you enjoyed for a long time. Hopefully this video was helpful. T Blake signing out. I'll catch you guys soon. Peace, guys.